So anyway guys, here I am promoting myself on cars, and I'm just placing my business cards on the front dashboard of every car so I can go and do greater, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon just being able to love my life in different ways, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on in terms of what's going on around the world and what's happening. And I'm just minding my own business over here. I'm just doing my own business, and as I do my own business, I'm prospering and growing. I'm making sure either way that I'm promoting myself in new areas of life as much as I can, and that way I give it the best go I can. So no matter what, there's plenty to go around in terms of promotion, and the more you promote yourself the better. So just understand that people will be watching you to see what you're doing. So because they're watching you always, and because people are watching you all the time, I mean, just make sure that anyway that you're just loving your life in the process of what you're doing, and love your life so much that you have so much more to give than other people, and that way you become so prosperous because you're giving much more than other people. I mean, what can you give today? I mean, all you can give is words. I mean, you can give words only. I mean, understand? But with words comes music production and presents and everything in terms of money. But words is the only fashion that you can give today. There's nothing else that you can forgive. Well, you can forgive always, but you have to understand that there's nothing else that you can give other than words. I promise you, words is your best commodity. If you go and give your words much more, that's all the money in the world. I mean, all the money in the world gives words today, and that's all you have to do. Just go promote yourself and give people as many words as you can every single day. That's what I do daily. I'm making sure I'm very successful upon what I do. I'm making sure I have more than enough success today. So I'm making sure anyway that what I need to do also is I have to go to my biological dad's house, and I just realized this. I realized that to walk to the Nice and Beautiful office work over here is too much walking. So I make sure anyway that I use this actual car to go to Office Works, and that way I have to go to the Nice and Beautiful Woolworths Centre today. I have to get myself some food and drink, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon just doing life better. I'm doing life better. I'm making sure I'm going around town. I'm promoting myself as much as I can around cars. I'm making sure that no matter what, that you guys can understand I'm doing an audio program while I'm doing it. And I'm giving you ideas also. I'm making sure I'm listening to my music as well while I'm doing it. I'm listening to Dinotopia while I'm promoting myself around cars over here, and while I'm doing my audio program with you here. I'm listening to music with my other phone, and I have earphones on with my other phone. And that's why I have two phones, because one phone is recording my voice and the other phone is playing my music in the background. I mean, I'm multitasking. I'm promoting my business cards while I'm talking to you, and also listening to my music. I mean, so that's the thing, yeah? I mean, to be able to do your music production and whatever you're doing in daily life, to be able to promote yourself the best way you can, I mean, that's all you do. I mean, all you do is focus on growing yourself differently, and focus on going somewhere where it's different, so you can leave the area of where you're promoting your business cards as soon as possible, so that you have more abundance in what you're doing, and so that you just go and promote yourself quickly in front of people and just go and do your life. So if you understand that I'm going also to Woolworths over there in Busby, I can promote some of my business cards over there as well. But I'd rather give it now. I'd rather give all my business cards now. I have all these cards over here. So just go around all the cards that have no business cards on it and just place it on there regardless. I mean, and that's how you do it. I mean, just make sure you're never afraid to promote yourself. I mean, go and promote yourself as much as you can, and continue to do so, because the more words you give, the better for you in terms of life. So you're always looking to make sure that you have more than enough of what you need to succeed. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that I'm looking to understand what's going on in my life always. So I'm focusing on just delivering. As I deliver, I focus upon living my life differently, and then I just grow. I grow myself in different ways. And because I do that, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success every single day to deliver content, to make sure I'm more than ever. So that's the whole point for me. So as I grow, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to just grow myself in different ways. And as I do that, I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on around the world with me. And that's how I actually grow. I grow differently. I grow different ways of courage, and different ways of words, and different ways of giving my life, because all I actually ever do in life is succeed differently. So as I do something different today, I'm making sure I have always much more to give. So that's why I'm so successful, guys, because I understand how to talk to you. I mean, if you can talk to people and you understand how to talk to people, actually then you're very much more courageous than other people. And that's the whole point. So my Nice and Beautiful Idonatopia track is actually working, and it's so great. I love it. And that's the whole point for me, to be able to deliver new content and music that's actually working for myself. So I'm actually always understanding that anyway. I focus on giving all my business cards as much as I can. And I understand I can keep a bit more on me in terms of business cards over here. So anyway, what's important for myself is delivering content over here for myself to grow. So if I can give them out now, or actually it's much better that I give out my business cards now. And that way I'm understanding that it's much more promotion right now for me to be able to give you my business cards right now. And that way I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed, and that's all I do. I just make sure I'm very quick to the notion about my life, and as I succeed differently, I make sure you guys have all the success you deserve daily. And that's how I give you the words of success every single day. I have 3 business cards over here with my Nice and Beautiful promotion, and what I have is my other business cards as well, but that's something different. I never want to promote those business cards on their own. I want to make sure that no matter what I do, that I promote my business card in terms of my social media and my event page, or my event on the 28th of May. That's all together, because that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed quickly, because I never want to promote just my Mounties on the 28th. I want to promote my business card also. That's my social media. What's important for myself over here is promoting people in terms of my events, in terms of my event page. So what I want to do on my business card over here as well is I understand something now. I'm understanding quickly that my business card over here can have my Instagram at least, and I can promote my Instagram at least on my actual Mounties pamphlet as well. And that way what I do is, from that point, people can find me on those pages. So if I place everything into one business card, I save money. I save money right away. So I no longer have to go and, let's say, print out 2 business cards. I give 1 business card of my events, and where I'm actually giving the event with my social media on 1 business card is much more of a promotion, and it's much better. And why is that? Because I'm focusing on understanding that I save money this way, and I can, for every 10 cents, I can promote myself to 1 person. Instead of giving 20 cents, I give 10 cents, and I save so much more money like this. So anyway, I realize now that's something I could do, and it's one way I did save money just now, so I'm excellent about that. So now what I do is I'm understanding that no matter what, that I realize exactly how I need to promote my events now much better. So I'm focusing on delivering content in ways that I'm moving forward. So what I want to see now is I want to make sure that I'm delivering content quicker. So what I need to do is I need to find myself going to the Nice and Beautiful way of life there. But do I give people my events like this personally? I'm actually, yes, I have to give my events personally like this, just as my business card, for somebody to come and see me on the day. And now, anyway, I realize it's that kind of promotion, but I realize it's something I can do right now. But making sure anyway, what I need to do from this point on is make a new business card that actually has my event page of where I am on the day with my actual social media now. And that way it's all together. So what I done is I was promoting 2 business cards. I was promoting 2 business cards, with one saying Mounties events and the time and date and everything, but the other one was saying my social media page. So anyway, it's much better for me now that I understand something now, that if I do that, then I have to give extra money. But if I do it the other way around, then people can actually tag themselves on YouTube and everything to see exactly who I am. So it's much better to have one social media promotion with a business card of where you are, than to go printing more plastic and everything like that, because what you need to do is save plastic anyway. So as you save plastic anyway, whereas what's important much more than that is having these promotional tags where you can go and promote yourself very quickly upon life, and then you can make sure that you're doing something in regards to what you want. So as you're actually focusing upon understanding that, I had a woman look at me so much because she's so much more in love with me. And making sure all the time that I'm focusing on making sure that my life is successful. So as I'm successful, I just gave over 300 business cards. So that way 300 people understand who I am. But anyway, that's just the first promotion. I mean, that's all how it is. But what I want to do now is I want to move on. I understand I do have Woolworths over here. But what I do now is, since I'm actually going back to my biological dad's house, I understand that I can go to Woolworths in a better time. I actually go to my biological dad's house, but first I have to go branding. I have to go brand myself somewhere. And it's all different for me now. So I have to go do something different. I have to go promote myself in different ways now. And I'm actually understanding now what I do is I continue to promote these business cards the way they are for the first lot. And I promote these business cards, and then I understand anyway, I want to keep these business cards rolling and rolling and rolling. But now I'm understanding that I can go and promote another 100 business cards and another 100 business cards and another 100 business cards daily, and just keep promoting and promoting myself all the time. And that way it's all in one business card this time. And that way I understand that no matter what, the people can find me and who I am online. But what I want to do is I want to create 3 photos on my business cards so people can understand who I am. And then underneath it can say, hey, come to this address or come to this place. And that way I understand anyway that I'm much more successful this way, to promote myself this way. So that way I'm learning very quickly that I want to go and place my nice and beautiful jumper over here to promote myself around this area over here, so I can finish up my nice and beautiful way of life over here where I can do a better job for myself. And that's the whole point for me, which is just promoting my nice and beautiful ways of life over here, to have extra promotions about everything, and then focusing on a greater life for myself to make sure I'm more successful upon what I need to do. So that's why I'm always promoting myself. But I see always danger lurking around with people around me, so I'm always staying away from them as much as I can, and I'm always never talking to them as much as I can, so I can do my life greater. And that's the whole point, yeah. So now I'm just doing my actual fashion photos now, so I'm just focused on myself. I do that so I can become more successful. I see. So guys, now I've just done my fashion photos over here, so I'm making sure I'm just going to the Woolworths over here in Liverpool Westfields, because I understand that my biological dad may be going somewhere, so I want to go and just grab shopping now since I'm already here, and so I can just go and do some business over here as well. I can sit down and do my business, but what I want to do is quickly get shopping and just go back into my accommodation, so I can just go really quickly before sunset, because I understand that the time now is around 5 o'clock. So I'm going to be making sure that my Apple Watch is something greater. I'm making sure that it's 4:52 and sunset is happening in 25 minutes. So I want to make sure anyway that I can go and just study upon making sure I'm lifting myself in the process of whatever's happening. But just look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself upon what you need to do daily, and just make sure that you're loving your life in a way that you're showing off yourself in a way that you understand a mess. Or as just make sure you're showing off yourself in a way that you understand that most people are lying to you, and everybody else is lying to you except I. And you must understand they're lying to you about everything, and it's because they are untruthful people, and it's because they have no word I. In a sense, so they're all lying to you at some level about how you are, and they never want to admit how successful you are. So just understand that, and understand that no matter what you're doing today, you focus on yourself to deliver content that's actually helping you grow very quickly, and that way you understand that you want to be someone much more in preparation to live your life moving forward. So what you do is focus on helping yourself succeed, and just never be around other people, because they never care about you, and they truly never care about you because they have no word I. You must understand. So that's why I'm learning quickly upon how to really dwell upon what I have, and I'm making sure that I'm making more people jealous of me, because I need to be more successful regardless. And if people never let me live in this lifetime, then make sure you understand that I do better than this whole world anyway. I'm making sure I'm just really walking through the shopping center over here. So I'm focusing on understanding that what I want to do all the time is I want to be actually making kind regards happen with myself all the time in different ways. And then I'm just making sure that you realize all the time that if you understand what's happening around the world and what you're doing around the world and how you're actually traveling then you're actually looking to yourself to see exactly how everything is, so that you can actually become much more. So the whole point is understanding that you go and listen to your music as well, and listen to your music in a way that you're learning much quicker upon what you need to do. So as you listen to your music, just be honest with yourself upon what you're doing with yourself and other people, so you can always focus on something that's helping you to grow in different ways. And then you're making sure anyway that you're never trying to wrong people, but you're making sure that you're doing greater as an individual who understands life much greater. So just focus on helping yourself to succeed quickly, so you understand that no matter what, that as I succeed, I shall grow, because I have much more to deliver in terms of my life, and I'm making sure I'm giving content very quickly because I deserve to be successful. So what I do to be successful is I go and check out how much photos I've done already. I've done over 1,000 photos today, and I've done 1,000 photos and more fashion photos for myself today, so I can grow myself and so I can do something that's nice and productive for myself. So I'm making sure anyway that I continue my subject of what I'm doing daily, so I can see what I have to get. So I get some soy milk today. I make sure anyway I get some peanut butter, I get some bread, I get some new bread, and that way I understand no matter what that I'm really learning quickly to also get some juice as well. I need some juice. And anyway, I promise you that it's just about understanding what you need in daily life. So I'm very fortunate to be able to have what I do today in terms of my life, so I can focus upon loving life. And as I love life, I shall succeed, because I focus upon different aspects of life and bread as well. I go and eat different breads, I eat different types of stuff, and I make sure always that I'm successful more and more, because I'm just learning quicker than everybody else, and I'm making sure I'm very successful upon what I'm doing. But I always see danger ahead. I see danger everywhere, guys. I mean, there's always danger around, and I'm better than and E and U. I'm focusing on understanding that if you guys want to be successful, then you need to go and help more with words, because that's all you can give. I promise there's nothing else that you can give, and you're just making sure that you are looking to understand what's going on. So as you really love life, I mean, go and study upon why you need what you do. So focus on understanding that yes, I want one over here. So I'm understanding I did get myself some hummus over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what I do, I'm focusing on loving a better way for myself to go and do greater, because when I'm actually doing something to help my life succeed, I'm making sure I have enough money over here to go and just get what I need to do in life over here. So I'm actually understanding anyway that I want to be making sure I'm always doing something new, to have some kind of new, let's say, nice and beautiful pine mango over here. So I'll try the pine mango, and I want to try different juices, and I want to try different ways of life over here. So I'm making sure anyway that I have some soy milk, and also understand tofu is something, but I understand anyway I have more enough. So I'm actually always understanding that if you want to go around dwelling a better way and focus upon apologize, I make sure all the time that you just focus on understanding that if somebody's coming your way because they never did see you, then just apologize anyway. So focus upon understanding that what's important is be careful and make sure you never bump into other people. So that way I'm understanding that what I need to do is just dwell upon a better way. So since I have some soy milk here, I'll make sure I get some soy milk for myself. Make sure I get the chocolate one over here. And now, do I need this much over here? I promise you, it's more about daily food products over here. So in this day over here, I'll have 1 day of food over here, and just a little bit, which that's more enough for me. I promise you now, with everything I've done over here, I understand I have some Weet-Bix, I have bread and peanut butter, I have some rice and noodles as well. And now the noodles is something I have to get. I have to get some noodles, and it's just that kind of day, so I'll get some noodles for now. And that way I'm actually moving forward anyway. I'm moving forward regardless, so I'm always delivering that content I need, and I always have what I need to succeed, because that's how you actually move forward, guys. I mean, you move forward through different acts of courage all the time, and making sure that you have more enough to succeed with every single day. So just love your life and love yourself, and always love I. So I'm always focusing on helping myself to understand something. So I want to be able to calculate my money over here as well, so I can see how much money I have altogether. So I'm understanding that what I want to do is just keep using the 1 hour rule, and I want to understand no matter what that I want to promote more business cards. So what I need to do today is, if my dad's biological car is right next to me somewhere, then what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can go and grab his car right away and just print out another, let's say 300 business cards. But then I have to calculate the money and I have to calculate everything to see how it's actually working out for me. So I want to make sure anyway that I'm very successful in what I'm doing. So I'm making sure that I go and really do shopping as I'm doing my legacy over here. So the whole point is making sure you can create yourself a nice and beautiful way of love, where you can go and give all your love in the world to people who appreciate it. And just understand that if people never appreciate your words, it's because they never appreciate life themselves. I mean, they sound appreciative. There are a lot of people who never want to give you free love. I mean, they never want to give you words for free. I mean, they're saying, and that's why it's your power anyway. I mean, it's your power, so you must understand that because they have no power to give you words for free. Thank you. I mean, make sure you understand you always say thank you always to people. So make sure you understand that what's important is right now I'm always delivering content, and I'm making sure that my internet is always in connection with my other phones. So my Samsung A20 Galaxy has a personal hotspot, and I'm using the personal hotspot to connect my A20 Galaxy to my A51 Galaxy internet. So I'm understanding that my A51 Galaxy right now has internet on its own, but then I connected it up to my A20 Galaxy, and that way I just write everything down right now. And what I do is I do my financing along the way, and I use my nice and beautiful bag over here that I have already to make sure that I'm doing content along the way. And what I want to be doing always is focusing on making sure that I'm delivering content quickly. So as I deliver content quickly, I make sure I'm always lifting my words. So I just say iFood. I say iFood and drink investment. I apologize for that. I was using one hand over here to write on my nice and beautiful phone. I use two phones in terms of I use two hands in terms of both my hands over here. I love I. And what I do is I drop everything on the floor over here so I can go and place my content in a nice and beautiful fashion. So I make sure I pause my actual phone music so I can actually go and place this nice and beautiful content in my shopping bag over here. So what I do is I'm just making sure, guys, that you understand straight away that I'm lifting myself in what I'm doing, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I have more than enough success every single day to go and really do much better upon what I'm doing. So make sure that no matter what, that since I'm actually understanding something about life, I'm understanding that I want to always be much more successful. I want to make sure that you guys understand straight away how quickly you can succeed today. And it's really quick if you understand how to really lift yourself, and just be in your accommodation center before 6 p.m. at night, so that you're never walking around with drug addicts. In a sense, so that way you have to understand.
Thank you for shopping with the Fresh Food People.
And what's important for you today is making sure that you can grow your actual knowledge about yourself and about the world around you, so that you're doing far more for yourself like this, and then making sure that you have more enough of everything that you need to succeed is the whole point. So just look out for yourself always, and just be able to go and recoil yourself a victory all the time. So I thank it. I make sure all the time I'm looking forward to always never doing anything other than growth today in terms of words, and I make sure no matter what that I'm lifting myself anyway. So the whole point, I love I. So the whole point is making sure that you understand I want to be away from people as much as possible, because they're violent people. I mean, they're drug addicts. I mean, as soon as you have more success, I promise you, they tell you to fuck off. I mean, understand, because they fucking hate your success, mate. I mean, understand, and anyway, you just have to be around more popular people. So when you're around more popular people, I promise you, they're never the ones to tell you to fuck off like they do. But what you need to do always is focus upon understanding that you need to go and really carry yourself a victory always, to focus upon your life more than other people. Because I see plenty of people who are just really blaming other people in terms of life, and as soon as you have more success than they do, I mean, as soon as you have more success than they do, they get very jealous of you right away. So just focus upon understanding that you have to go and and really, really deliver, and just understand they never care about you. I mean, they never care about your success. I mean, guess what? I mean, they care about your success, but they never care about your word I. I mean, you must understand how much people lie about you, and they lie about your success. I mean, they say it's something about you that's so great, but they never can figure out what exactly is great about you. So I'm actually understanding to just go over here to see what's happening, but I see it straight away. Some tracksuit company over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm doing better anyway. I'm making sure, yes, I need some tracksuits. I want to actually understand to keep going. I want to actually go and see over here exactly what they are selling at the InSports over here. I find myself some deals. I understand anyway. Now what I'm doing is I want to just quickly see tracksuits that I can wear in my house over here. So I see over here they have some tracksuits of $40 around here. So I'm understanding it's much more how I feel. So as I just go and quickly just look at what they have over here, I understand that it's all up to $100. I mean, anyway, guys, I mean, over here they have some tracksuits. I mean, 40 each or 2 for 55. I mean, I make sure always to just go and deliver content very quickly. And that way I'm just delivering something that's helping me grow. And I understand straight away how to see life, because I'm understanding how to do life. And as I do life much greater, I feel much more success daily to be able to go and focus upon something that's helping me move forward. But what I do daily is make sure I'm speaking over people, I'm speaking over everybody. And I'm learning now how to upload all my content at my biological dad's house, Aloha. Then I have to make sure I'm doing some audio content, and I eat some food and drink, and then I make sure anyway to just keep promoting myself and see whether or not my biological dad's car, or if it's there in terms of his car, and if it's never there, then I just make sure to go in a better time to go and do my office works, kind of printing on my business cards, so that I can have a greater time for myself, is the whole point, yeah? So I'm making sure anyway that if you do great, I mean, if you do a life greater for yourself and you're focusing on life, then go and kneel down on one knee and just tie your shoelace as the selfie stick is standing up on the floor over here. And just make sure you're never scratching yourself, guys. I mean, make sure you're doing something to help yourself always to succeed, because when you're helping yourself succeed, I mean, just stay away from drug addicts and people who have a poor image about life, because that way you're succeeding much more. And just never talk to them, because that way you have a greater life and you're doing greater upon what you need to do. So you're just focusing on having a greater life for yourself, because that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is making sure that you can focus upon something that you really, really deliver in terms of your content, so you can focus upon helping yourself to do better. So that's the whole point, is making sure that no matter what, that if you have some kind of success today and you're learning about the favor of what you have in life, then just keep walking and just get out of the area so you can actually get into your accommodation faster. And just realize that life is easy when you're talking more. If you're never talking more, then understand it's because you have to learn how to talk more. As soon as you talk more and more and more, you become more successful in the moments, because you're leaving behind a legacy. Regardless of how many words may fuck up when you say it. I mean, and regardless, but guess what's happening? I mean, you're leaving a great legacy behind. Because when you talk 16 hours a day on audio, and you're doing greater and greater and greater for yourself, then you're making sure you're saving time, and you never have to drive places. And if you understand that if you can go to a shopping center before you get to accommodation, then go quickly, and understand anyway that you never have to drive, and you never have to go do the actual accommodation when you're actually doing yourself anyway. So you never have to go shopping after, when you can do it now. I mean, if you have the opportunity to go shopping now, then go now, quickly, so that you have more time and space in your life, so you can succeed all the time, and so you can make sure that you're more successful as well. I mean, the whole point is to understand that most of these people around here, and most people in the world, are unable to travel much. You understand? I mean, why is that? I mean, because there are too much slaves to other people, and they talk less words. So if you want to understand how to go and be greater, then understand that they are unaware about life. If you are unable to travel today, then it's because of your words. I understand, but my words is something that enables me to travel always. So that's why I'm saying that your words are the difference maker, and you have to speak more to travel more. You have to be able to talk more to travel more. So the whole point is making sure that if you want to go and really live life, then mind your own business. I mean, listen, go your own way. I mean, focus on your business, on your love for yourself. Forget them, my love. I mean, forget what they're doing. I mean, look at what Jesus Christ is doing today, and that way you're enjoying yourself. But make sure you understand that if you're going around promoting Jesus Christ in any kind of manner, then you're doing the work of God, and God shall promote you to the people that is best for you. I mean, in a sense, so that way you understand straight away that if you're on God's path and Jesus Christ's path today, then you're making sure that you have a greater life straight away. But anybody who never does Jesus Christ's work is living worse off. I mean, why is that? Because it's either Jesus Christ or nothing, guys. I mean, you must understand that Jesus Christ has the best rules in the planet, and that way you're very successful upon what you're doing. But understand that no matter what, that I look much better now than ever before, and I'm making sure that now I'm just focusing on helping my life succeed differently, and I'm focusing on making sure that I have more than enough success and more than enough of everything to do better upon what I have to go and have to go through in terms of what I have to go through. So I'm making sure that no matter what, you guys understand, I love I so much that I'm focusing on making sure that I have much more to deliver about content and about empathy and about persuasion in daily life to make sure that I'm much more successful. So I focus upon helping myself to succeed in different ways. So that's how I actually grow. I grow for different ways of courage and being. I make sure I never look like a drug addict. You can straight away see drug addicts when they come around. So I never go around them because they are people who are dangerous. They're dangerous to some level. So I never go around those people. I go around people who are looking rich and people who have great status. I see two people over here and they're just looking around the floor picking up cigarettes, man. For fuck's sake. They're picking up cigarettes everywhere on the floor and they're trying to smoke it. Understand? So, are they really picking up cigarettes, or are they picking up something that they may have lost or something? I have no idea. But guess what? I promise you, they seem like they're looking for cigarettes on the floor, man. In a sense, so they're going around trying to pick up stuff off the floor. Never do that, man. In a sense, so what you need to do is you need to go and focus upon your life to succeed, and focus on your business more than other people's business, please. And that way you understand straight away greater success for you. And just be careful. Make sure you get yourself in a position where you never have to go walking around with shopping and all that. But if you must, then go for it. In a sense, so I'll make sure anyway that if you have food and drink with you, then be able to go and understand that I rarely eat at restaurants so that I can have more money in my pocket. I never rely on restaurants to eat. I make sure you understand all the time that what I do on a daily basis is I make sure I have a bus coming up over here. I make sure I have to get to the bus. Whereas anyway, I just make sure that I go and do a greater job for myself to do something to get on the bus. So now what's the rush? The rush is that I want to do my word I only. So I understand anyway that what's important for me is understanding that I have to catch the bus over here, and thank God. Unfortunately, I'll make sure you understand something. Make sure you understand that you never ever go crossing red lights, please. I apologize. Just never ever go crossing red lights anyway, because that way you are doing greater for yourself, and you're making sure that you can do a greater job regardless of what's happening. So what I need to do over here is I did cross the road and the red lights to get to my bus over here. But making sure you understand that Jesus Christ says over here, if you do that, it's much more willing that you just let it be. In a sense, make sure you understand that Jesus Christ never ever does anything like that, and he just waits for the bus. So he's always never waiting, but he's doing something else. So just never ever run to the bus or anything like that. So focus on yourself and what you're doing. I thank you, boss. I'll make sure I just give the money out here. I'll make sure anyway. I'll make sure you guys understand quickly that when you're talking about Jesus Christ, you just realize that Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ never wants to run across the street to catch the bus. I mean, you understand? So realize that in that situation, Jesus Christ says, hey, just hold on. Never rush to get anywhere in life. Otherwise, he says, just rush to get to the word I, but never try to cross the road or something like that. Never try to run to catch a vehicle or something like that. Jesus Christ never runs for a vehicle. So, do you understand? So, make sure you understand that. So, never run after vehicles is what Jesus Christ says. That's the best way. I never find Jesus Christ running after vehicles today. I was running after vehicles and I had to cross a red light to do it. So Jesus Christ never does that. You know what I'm saying? So just follow Jesus Christ. And that way you make common sense about Jesus Christ and what he does. So just focus upon understanding that no matter what you're doing, that if you're understanding something about life, that you go really understand how it feels to just do your life in different ways, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have to be talking to somebody constantly, and you have to be doing life constantly in a better way. But make sure that you're just enjoying yourself and your life. Make sure that if you want to have a drink or something like that, just make sure that you understand that Jesus Christ says delay food and drink as much as you can. Understand? But anyway, just make sure that you realize that eventually, yes, eventually you may have to drink food and eat, but just focus on yourself and focus on delivering content that helps you grow, and just make sure you're delaying food and drink as much as possible so you can focus upon your life to do greater. But understand anyway that if you choose to do anything, then focus upon loving your life, and that's how you actually move forward. So moving forward is a nice beautiful act of courage to make sure that if you want to do anything great for yourself, then all you're focusing on is something more where you can go and do greater. And that way you understand anyway that you're just doing a greater job for yourself. Now, since I'm actually doing a greater job for myself, I'm making sure I have nothing else to do except grow my words today. And as I grow my words, I make sure that I'm always learning about everything. So that's what I need to do daily to make sure I'm more successful. So I'm always learning very quickly upon what I have to do to succeed. I'm making sure that I understand this woman over here sent me a message and she wants to understand me over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel. So somebody over here has my business card, and I just say over here, I can say you're welcome or something. I just say something to her. Just focus on making sure that you understand. I just reply to her in a better time. But what's amazing is understand that if you're promoting yourself to people and people can see you, then random people come into your Instagram. Over here I have 6 new people who can see my Instagram and what I'm doing in daily life, because I went promoting myself around Instagram and around people today in terms of my business cards, and people can actually see what I'm doing now. So anyway, I realized that my promotion is lifting up. I'm learning new ways to promote myself, and that way, because I'm searching for information to succeed every single day in different ways, I'm looking to see people's profiles and how people are branding themselves and what they are doing in daily life to look better and better. So I'm always focusing on making sure I have greater strength and greater hustle to make sure I'm looking greater for myself. The best thing that you can do is to make sure that you're more successful upon life itself, so that you can dwell upon making sure that you can ask yourself why. In a sense, making sure all the time that if you want to do something that's popular, then you're making sure all the time that you can focus upon yourself more than other people, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what's happening around the world and why you are actually doing other people more than you today. So make sure you understand that if you're doing other people more than you, then focus on yourself and looking at content and reading, and also just focusing on making sure that you can go and dwell upon making sure that your life is successful is what the game is all about. So understand yourself and understand why you need to promote yourself. Firstly, now, since I promote myself, I make sure I'm dwelling upon something that does help me, and as I actually help myself to succeed, I'm doing something around myself, I'm making sure that you understand straight away that I'm somebody already in fashion, and you can go and check out my fashion photos and what I'm doing around fashion. I'm making sure I'm always doing that nice and beautiful aspect for myself, where I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on about life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I have more than enough success every single day. But I can hear everything that's happening, and I'm making sure that I'm learning the art of persuasion every single day to focus upon something that's actually working. So what works, I understand, is making sure that you have freedom to live life in different ways, and you're making sure all the time that you're looking better and better and better, because what's attractive is understanding that the nice and beautiful way of persuasion of what you want out of life is to make sure that you can look better and better every single day. Then, or else as you look better, you're just talking about yourself more, and you're doing a greater job for yourself is all that you're doing. Because that's all you have to do, guys. I mean, all you have to do is focus upon something that helps you grow, and as you grow, you succeed in different ways, and you're just making sure always that you have the nice and beautiful courage to speak over what you want. And understand that people do lie. I mean, they lie so much about themselves and everything about life. I mean, I can see it straight away. And you must understand anyway that you need to go and grow yourself anyway, and you have to grow yourself always. You have to grow yourself always to make sure that you have more than enough of everything to succeed daily, and that way you're understanding straight away what you need out of life is yourself the most. And then focus upon understanding to see the news headlines and trends every single day, to focus upon your life, to have much more of you in life. So make sure you understand every single day that what's important is understanding that you have to be ahead of the crowd in different areas, in terms of different areas of life. So be able to go and focus upon understanding that no matter what, you're always learning that nice and beautiful art of persuasion daily. So make sure that you understand every single day how it feels to succeed. So as you succeed daily, just go and mind your own business all the time, so you can actually focus upon understanding that it's more about you than them. And every single day, you understand that no matter what, that you must have a fantasy of you only. And that way you understand that no matter what, that yes, it's much better for you to understand that you have to go and grow yourself. And I understand how much of a shame this world can be when they never want to speak to you, when they never want to talk to you. I understand that, but you never need them to talk to you. You understand? Because, I mean, guess what? I mean, everybody's leaving their side. Everybody's leaving them in life. They're never going to be together anyway. They're never together. Those people that grew up with you are never going to be around each other growing up. At the moment, yeah, but then eventually they pass away. I mean, their sister dies or their uncle dies, and then their friends die around them. They're alone. They have some different crowd now. I mean, that's it. That's how it is. I mean, all you really understand something in terms of life is just focus on something that you want to do in terms of your life, and focus upon understanding that what you need to do daily is succeed differently, and make sure always that you're very successful upon what you want out of life, so you can always love your life differently, and make sure always that you have something new to do and something new to say always, because that way you understand straight away what you need to do in daily life, and you're making sure always that you can love your life. So if somebody kisses you, then just look at them in a way that you understand what they're doing, and you're just making sure that you're more popular, and you're making sure that you understand that other people are trying to raise other people's status by kissing them. So what you do is you focus upon something that actually helps you to grow in different ways, and then you're just making sure that you can go and see the art of courage every single day to learn what it is about you to be successful. So understand that I'm never jealous of anybody, but understand that what's important for myself over here is understand straight away I need to go and grow myself always to love my life. So as I love my life, I succeed differently, and I make sure that no matter what, that I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I succeed, I focus upon just loving myself in the process of what I'm doing. So I'm making sure always that I have a nice and beautiful persuasion process every single day to just focus on myself. But every single day I'm always lifting myself in my communicational style and who I am, because I need to go and always deliver contents. And as I deliver contents, I'm making sure I'm looking at the time, I'm making sure that I have plenty of time to succeed, and I have much more delivery of content to do. So I focus on being ahead of schedule upon what I'm doing, And I make sure always to just go and listen to my other tracks now. And I have my beautiful I Thought I Should Never Kill track, but I'll go for Ozonify first, because I understand that what's important is understanding that you need some beautiful tracks and different tracks of persuading yourself to grow daily and persuading yourself to listen to different musical instruments and tracks daily upon life, so you can focus upon something that's actually helping you move forward. So if you're actually understanding that no matter what, the my Ozonify track is something that really does help me move forward daily, I'm making sure I understand straight away how unfair it is that other people have what they do without the word I. You understand? And I have the word I, and I deserve so much more. You understand? So anyway, I have already more than them anyway. But make sure you understand that no matter what, that what's amazing is understand anyway that you deserve what they have, totally. So what they have is everything I have. I promise you all that I'm generous. I say I let everybody have what they have, because I understand it's much greater to understand that no matter what, it's more about persuading yourself to talk more about your life. So everybody's on a different path, and everybody has a different path about life. So I'm just in the nice and beautiful way of life where I'm never a facade, but I'm actually learning about understanding that everything is fair always. I mean, everything's always fair, but sometimes life never makes it fair for you. But Jesus Christ gives you all the ideas. I mean, in a sense, so you just have to promote yourself with you have to promote yourself with the ideas to make sure that you're on top of the game, and so that you're on top of what you need to do to succeed differently is what you need to do. So focus upon loving yourself in ways that you help yourself to promote yourself is the whole point. So just make sure you're learning very quickly upon understanding how to actually love your life. So be on top of the content that you're doing, and just go and really dwell upon understanding where you have to go and press the nice beautiful button to stop the bus, because sometimes you have to understand how to get off as well. So always ask the bus driver also to stop at the Liverpool Catholic Club over here. I say, boss, are you able to stop at the Liverpool Catholic Club for me? Oh, thank you, boss. I make sure anyway that I ask always the bus driver to just stop at the actual stop, because he's aware of it, or I never want to miss my station. So just be able to go and do that for yourself. So when you're actually learning about quickness and you're learning about adaptability, and you're understanding my Ozonify track is amazing because it's very different, and it's just something different, and it's just amazing to be able to listen to that kind of music where I made Ozonify. So go and check it out. I'll make sure I understand that anyway, that since I'm actually learning very quickly upon what I'm doing, I'm learning the nice and beautiful architecture of music and how to make music now. And I'm making better music as well in the process of what I'm doing. So I'm focusing on making sure that my words are lifting every single day, and I'm lifting myself in the I'm lifting myself in the process of what I'm doing daily, because I understand what's important right now is I'm just going to give my MasterCard very quickly over here. So understand anyway that what I do is I try to give money differently over here. And why is that? Because I understand that what's important is just being ahead of the game and making sure that you're always delivering content in a way that you're lifting yourself. So you have to be lifting yourself daily to make sure that you're doing something appropriate for yourself. So as you lift yourself, you shall succeed. Already I said so. I mean, the whole point is making sure that you understand straight away how to lift yourself. So I love life so much that I understand every time now that I need to always go and grow myself. I have to grow myself and other people differently. I have to make sure I have enough decision-making processes every single day to go and be something more in my life in different ways. So making sure all the time to have more than enough of what I need. But make sure you're using always an EQ sometimes in your nice and beautiful music if you want to have that kind of effect going. So you're making sure all the time that you're learning the art of quickly just being able to go and do what you need to do every single day. And you're just focusing on making sure you love your life quickly. So that's the whole point, yeah? So make sure all the time you're just loving your life, and just nicely always just promote yourself anyway. Just be able to see I'm here at the bus stop, and understand anyway that I just keep going now. I thank you very much, boss. I thank you. I promise you anyway, I have everything over here. So the whole thing is make sure you understand that I never want to let go of who I am in life. So guess what, I promise you here, I could have done some promotion, but I'm understanding anyway that it's much more how I feel, and I feel I do have time to promote myself here, and I always have time. So guess what, I promise you it's much more how I feel to just let it be. And what I want to do is I want to give people one business card where people can find me and my events. So if I'm promoting events, I want to write a date of everywhere where people can find me in one business card. And let's say if I have 10 events coming up, I'll write 10 events on the business card, and this is where you can find me. And I give those business cards out locally around Australia or whatever. And I just make sure that people can understand my Instagram and YouTube channel, and I put those icons in the business card as well. And I just keep going. I just keep going that way. And that way I give them the address, I give them, and now I understand the address and all that in terms of events. I promise you that either way, that what's important is I'm focusing on making sure that I can go and promote these events somehow, where I'm adding the dates, I'm adding everything I ever need. So all I really need is just one business card where I can promote my Instagram. And then guess what? I promise you on my events page, I promise you people can find all my events happening on my events page. So that's eventually the best way to promote myself, which is online, alone. I promise you now, what I need to do now is focus upon understanding that there is another way, but another way is where you promote one business card with all your events. So if you're making one business card at a time, or one event at a time, and you're in that area, then promote that business card. And just keep promoting it as much as you can. But if you have 10 events, or 2 events coming up, or 3 events coming up, then place it in one business card. But if you have, let's say, 5 events coming up, then make sure you start doing online events eventually. Because what you need to do is you need to promote yourself regardless of what's happening around the world, and you have to go and really never rely on other people to succeed, but be able to go and grow yourself quickly to understand how to be a star. I promise you, although the other people want you to come to see them and how they do business without them having to see how you do business, but they want you to give money first so that they can see your business. I promise you, that's Toastmasters. I promise you, they want you to give money first before they see your business. In a sense, so make sure you understand that they are ass backwards and they expect money from you first before they be your friend. In a sense, so what you do is, first of all, give free content first and make people believe that you are never in it for the money. And that way, when you're never in it for the money, they realize quickly that what you need to do is succeed differently all the time. And that way you're understanding that no matter what, that you're learning quickly about yourself. I love I. Promise you, some people never have YouTube accounts and other people do have YouTube accounts. So make sure you're never crossing a red light for a vehicle and never run after a vehicle anymore. So I'm learning that today. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly about the area I am in today, and I can see exactly Australia today and how Australia is. And I'm making sure to never scratch myself either. I'm making sure to just massage any area that I need to. So I'm making sure I focus upon something that's helping me move forward quickly, and then I just make sure I just make a greater legacy regardless of the other people. But I'm understanding anyway that what's amazing is I understand how many people have these beautiful women around them, and do they deserve it? I promise you, I deserve it more than them. I deserve it more than them. I promise you, am I jealous? I promise you, I'm never jealous. I realize, although I'm doing far more work anyway, I make sure I always have a greater status than everybody that's watching this video or audio program. I have a greater status than all of you people. I have a greater status than everybody around me. I'm different. I'm making sure, yes, you may have a beautiful girlfriend or whatever, or you may have kids or whatever. I have always a greater status than you. That's how it is. I always have greater status than everybody. And that's how I am. I'm just that kind of individual, because no matter how much you have, I always have more than you. I always have more than you. I'm making sure everybody understands that. So what I want to do is, I'm never violent. I'm never the type of guy to steal your woman or something like that. But there are plenty of guys like that who do they do drugs, or plenty of women like that where they may steal your man or woman, and because they're doing drugs, they don't give no fucks about you. They just care to do pleasure with them. They want to steal your wife or husband so that they can fuck him and move on. They never care about anything that you are. They never care about your family either. So what you need to realize is what I'm talking about in terms of, they never care to give you words. They never care to encourage you with words. They never care to make videos of themselves, let alone give you words. And now they may be doing videos of themselves here and there, but they're never doing it specifically to teach you something. They may teach you something in their videos, but they're never doing it intentionally. I'm doing this intentionally to teach you. You understand? So there's a big difference upon understanding that what you want to do out of life is never look like a drug addict. Make sure you look like somebody professional who deserves money in life. And because you deserve a greater life for yourself, then you're making sure that you have all the success in the world to go and deliver what you want out of life. Because I understand some guys in terms of life and how they have a bodybuilding image and have all this muscle, man. Or should have 12 photos on Instagram. Or should have no YouTube account. Or should have no YouTube account and they're running for Mr. Universe. Or they're going for Mrs. Universe, man. I probably should have 12 photos on Instagram. I mean, in a sense, have no YouTube account. Probably should have no Facebook accounts. I mean, in a sense, because they never use that. But make sure you understand anyway that what's important is use as many social medias as you can. I mean, use everything that you can to succeed. And just understand that anything that is screwing you over is other people who never want to give you words. And then guess what? I'm pretty sure they're never screwing you over in a way to kill you, but they're screwing you over to never give you words. I promise you. Although, guess what? That's why you go and give yourself those words. And go and give yourself that validation. I grew up alone, I grew up with just my biological dad from the age of 8 to the age of 28. I mean, do you guys understand that? I mean, for 20 years I had just me in terms of I and my biological dad around me in Australia for 20 years, man. I mean, in a sense, so I grew up with just one biological dad in my life in terms of and everything's but making sure you understand that I grew up with I and my biological dad for 20 years in Australia. I love I. Pretty sure everything else is in between. I see my mother here and there. I see my grandparents and family here and there. But you must understand, it's the biggest advantage for me now. I love I mean, since I've been living this way, I use it to my advantage now. Whereas those people who fucking grew up around 100 family members around them and 100 cousins and 100 fucking nephews and fucking 100 grandkids around them. I mean, guess what? I mean, they're nobodies today. I mean, who do you see that's so popular that has all this big family or some shit? I mean, who's so popular? I mean, come on, man. I mean, you understand? I mean, there's minimal of those people. I mean, there's minimal of those people. I promise you. I grew up in a crowd over here where fucking people have these fucking cousins, man. Where's your fucking cousin here, fucking cousin over here and here, a fucking cousin over there and uncle over here. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, I just grew up with my biological dad. When they have fucking sister, they have fucking half sisters, or should they have fucking half brothers, or should they fucking have a sister-in-law and fucking 10 brothers there, and then fucking have another fucking lost cousin over there somewhere, and then fucking have 10 lost cousins in this country as well, and then they fucking all came together to live together. I mean, for fuck's sake, but they're fucking nobodies as well. I mean, they're fucking nobodies in life. I mean, that's why their names are never up there, man. I mean, Danny's far greater than all of them. I mean, Danny Milivojevic's name at least stands out, mate. I mean, in a sense, what I do now is I just focus on delivering content now and making sure I have more than enough success for myself at least, and that's it. I can see exactly what I'm doing every single day to go and focus upon my life to succeed and to do greater for myself. I'm making sure I always understand how to live my life. And what I do is I touch a nice and beautiful phone with my lips over here where my screen is, just so that my phone never locks out. So I'm speaking to the phone right here in terms of the phone microphone with and I'm speaking to you as well. I'm making sure you understand that my screen locks every 10 minutes. So what I do is I touch it with my lips. I just did touch my phone with my lips in terms of the screen, so it never ever blacks out on me. So I'm holding a selfie stick while I'm actually holding some shopping over here. So I save time. I make sure you understand that. I make sure you understand that, yes, I understand I have to carry it now, but make sure you understand that it's that kind of way where I never want to risk it, man. I never want to risk my biological dad never being at home tonight. I mean, in a sense, so that way I never rely on him to be at home, man. I just fucking went to the shopping center to get my shopping, and I fucking have to carry it for a few hundred meters, but who cares, man? I care, but guess what? I brought you anyway. Whereas what's amazing for my life now is I'm making greater success every single day. I'm learning greater success. I'm learning how to succeed differently. I'm making sure anyway. I'm learning how to upload content very quickly. I'm having fun listening to my Zonify track over here. I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do daily. But that's how I succeed. I succeed through different ways of being and different ways of saying something. So as I say something, I learn very quickly. I'm very successful. I'm learning my life. I'm learning how to actually learn words. I'm understanding that what I need to do is I never chuck information anyway. I keep information, I let other people read for me, everything. I realize that what I do every single day is if other people want to read you something about Jesus Christ, then let them read you Jesus Christ in material. I mean, always go to see what they're doing around Jesus Christ, because that way you're staying curious about Jesus Christ as well, and it's very important for you. So I just had some guy read to me Jesus Christ stuff in terms of what they're doing at the Arabic church over there, and I'm understanding anyway that I just go and read about everything. So making sure anyway that what I need to do is, the guy's like, am I Arabic? I say no, I'm just all fucking nationalities over here. Making sure anyway that what's important for myself is I'm delivering greater content. I'm making sure I'm staying curious about life. I'm delivering a greater, nice and beautiful deal. But EQ, in terms of nice and beautiful parametric EQ2 with the FL Studio, guys, actually it's very nice and beautiful to be automating your music tracks. If you want to have those kind of tracks in your life, then you can. Where you can go and EQ and show people all frequencies is the best kind of way to go and deliver what you want out of life. So focus upon understanding that is very nice and beautiful when you can go and do that. But now, since I'm actually understanding that I want to go and create my nice and beautiful music tracks very soon, and I want to be able to life coach you as well while I'm doing it. So what I'm doing also is combining all the nice and beautiful information together so I can teach myself at least. I mean, make yourself the happiest, and that's it. I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I focus on understanding that some woman over here in the past that I grew up with, unfortunately totally rejected me with words today. I mean, they're saying, unfortunately now, does it hurt me? Unfortunately now, unfortunately never hurts me, because I understand anyway life goes on. But it's just really, really like that, isn't it? Unfortunately, I never want to encourage you with words. I realize they want to encourage other people with words, but never you, yeah? I mean, they want to give other people words and never you. When they want to be hanging around with other people and never you. So that'll be. Actually, what's even better for me now is to never have them around me, because they're wasting my time. I love it. Unfortunately now, because I understand anyway that I'm much more successful, I understand soon I leave Australia for good. I'm understanding my biological dad is getting very old now, or she's ready to almost pass away. And I'm understanding anyway that I need to go with my biological mum over there. So I'm getting Europe papers, and she's getting me Europe papers. So she's a Croatian woman, and because she's a Croatian woman, she can get Europe papers for me. But it's more, I have to go with her to sign the document, and I have to be there with them to be able to get the Croatian passport. And once I get the Croatian passport, then I can get a visa to live in Croatia and to live in Europe, anywhere, in terms of anywhere in Europe. I can live in Spain, I can live in France, I can live anywhere where I want, because I have a Croatian European passport. And now, because Croatia's in the Europe zone right now, and they just came in recently to the Europe zone, they're recently in the European zone over here. So yes, they still have kuna, and they still use the actual kuna, which is the dinar or the dollar, and I realize they call it kuna. I realize, although you must understand anyway, that Europe wants them to have euros, but Croatia uses euros, but they want to keep their kuna. So that's how you have to understand anyway, that the thing is about Croatia is they have their own money, which is amazing, yeah? But now the thing is also that they're in the European Union now. I'm making sure I never scratch myself, but what's amazing is just be ahead of everything and making sure all the time that you're delivering content that's helping you. So now, since I understand that I can get myself Croatian papers, and I can go move to Europe now. I can move to Europe, I can live in Europe totally. And what I can do in Europe is I can go to England over there, and I can make seminars, and I can do something around England, and I can do something around those countries over there. I mean, in a sense, I can go nightclubs after nightclubs after nightclubs over there, and now I have to learn language. I have to learn all the languages over there. And anyway, what I want to do is promote myself very quickly in English over there as well. And I just focus upon learning all the languages. So I'm always sticking to my family over there. But then guess what? I have to go and start touring everywhere around the world. So I want to be making sure always that I can do greater and greater and greater. So I'm not saying other DJs go around the world traveling, but there's people who are speaking English everywhere. I'm sure if you find people at the nightclub who never speak English, I'm sure they never go there. I mean, never go there if they never understand you. I mean, so that's how you only ever go where people understand you. I love that. I'm rushing now, since I'm actually understanding that no matter what, I'm never rushing about anything, but I'm making sure that my life is moving forward quickly. So I'm actually understanding very quickly upon my life over here to succeed differently is what I do. And then I make sure always to love my life. So as I love life, I'm focusing on different aspects of my life. And I'm focusing on making sure I have more than enough to succeed with. I'm making sure I have so much more content to deliver daily. So as I deliver content every single day, I'm making sure I'm learning the art of courage. I'm learning how to succeed for myself every single day to make sure that my legacy is growing daily. And I'm actually giving you content anyway, so I'm just uploading this content now. I upload content now so I can do better.